Okay. Um, the other day, 2 nights ago, I think it was, Christine Blasey Ford got an award from American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU. Excuse me. Excuse me. Vinny, again, you're beating this to fucking death. Okay. Here's what I want to emphasize here. The Christine Blasey Ford case was litigated a million times over. Okay? She got between 800,000 and 1 million from the GoFundMe page. Plus, for a fact that the Democratic Party and or affiliates gave her money under the table. For a fact that she gave the award to Rachel Denhollander, which showed what a two-faced bitch Rachel Denhollander really is. And all that other bullshit. Now, the American Civil Liberties Union is like a legal organization that fights for civil rights. However, in the past couple of years, they've become uber psychopathically liberal dicks, okay? Like late-term abortion, illegal immigration, okay? They're really, really, really fucking out there on the fucking over the cliff, okay? And they give her an award for courage. The definition of courage is doing what is right, even in the presence of fear. Doing what is right. Okay? Now, this is a show of what's to come. And she thanked Anita Hill. Anita Hill inspired her. Now, Anita Hill was a woman who was an attorney. And she asked a friend of hers, she was in the private sector, and she asked a friend of hers if that friend knew a way to get into the public sector. She wanted to public service, okay? So that friend asked a friend of his who was an attorney named Clarence Thomas for a job. And this was Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. There were two jobs, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission and Department of Education. So she gets this job working with this gentleman, Clarence Thomas. Her and Clarence Thomas have different political beliefs, but in America, that should be tolerated. And Clarence Thomas was very pleased with her performance as an individual on a professional level. He went to a new job, and she went with him. And they maintained professional contact. Even one time, he asked her for a ride to the airport. And several years later, President Bush Sr. decided to pick this attorney, now a judge, to be a Supreme Court justice to fulfill the seat vacated by Thurgood Marshall. At the very last minute, right before the confirmation, Anita Hill had a complaint about Clarence Thomas that was leaked to the press. And she was brought forward to testify. Okay, now, his pianist was named Long Dong Silver. He forced her to watch animal pornography. Okay, and after being sexually harassed at one job, she followed him to another job. He sexually harassed her again, and they maintained professional contact, and she gave him a ride to an airport, which required her to be in a car with him alone. Okay? And now, all these years later, all of a sudden, I decided to bring it up now, 10 years later. It happened 10 years ago. I decided to bring it up now, and it's a coincidence that he's going to the Supreme Court now, blah, 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 blah. Okay? And you see where that falls apart. There was a movie called Confirmation on HBO, which, if you can find it, it chronicles this stuff. But a lot of the people in the movie are leaning towards her support. Yeah, great. Okay, now, Christine Blasey Ford claims Anita Hill is inspiration to her. Now, Anita Hill almost certainly committed perjury. Okay, not one person at either office saw the future Supreme Court justice make any advancement to her that was inappropriate at all, period. Okay, and we've all had that thing. Okay, we've all had the time where you're talking on your phone, you're walking around, and a girl's bent over tying your shorts, you bump into her. We've all had the time when you call a girl hun. Okay, we've all had the time where you're tapping a girl on the shoulder, but you're tapping her too hard to get her attention. We've all had that time where you say, you're upset, you say, ah, cocksucker, and there's a girl around the corner. Okay, we've all had that time where we're having a drink with our friends at the bar after work, and we're telling a dirty joke, and a girl overhears it. Okay, but not one person that worked at either office can even verify that Clarence Thomas did anything wrong, period. The ordeal lasted over 100 days. His name was dragged through this shit, okay, and he felt that as a black conservative, it was a lynching. Okay? She got back to her office at the college where she works as a professor. Okay? She got 1,000,000 letters of support. A whole bunch of females ran for public office, citing her as inspiration, if you can fucking believe that shit. And next thing you know, oh my god, she's such a hero. Okay? Fast forward to a generation later, and Christine Blasey Ford is inspired by her. Now, why is this important? Well, the definition of the legal formula for crime is motive plus opportunity. You have a desire to commit a crime and an opportunity to commit a crime. Okay? You have to have both. Now, the reasons for punishment are to punish the person, to teach them a lesson. Whether it's a parking ticket or the death penalty, we want to punish people because they broke the law. Okay? And if you'll notice, in the Wild Western days, they would open up the courtyard and they would bring guys, any civilian could come and watch them and be publicly hanged. Okay? Because they didn't fuck around back then. They wanted to show people, hey, this guy committed a murder, and now we're going to put a rope around his neck and drop him. Okay? And for better or worse, that is crime and punishment. You punish someone because you want to punish them, but you also punish them as a warning to others, which is why hangings were done in public back in the day, because they wanted people to say, I don't like my neighbor, but if I kill him, my wife is going to be over there crying like that woman while I'm hanging from that rope there. Okay? Now, Anita Hill was never punished. She almost certainly committed perjury. Okay? She made a mockery out of the Senate, the court. She made a mockery out of this country. An absolute fucking mockery. She's still an attorney to this day. I don't know if she's retired or not, but she still has her law license. She's considered a hero to all women because that's how fucking disgusting it is. And it's just bullshit. Okay? She was not even investigated for perjury. You fast forward to a year later. You fast forward to a generation later, and you have a woman who, at the very last minute, makes a complaint. That complaint is leaked to the media at the very last possible second. The media runs wild with it. And a good man has been completely morally devastated by this complaint. Only now, instead of a disgruntled employee from 10 years later, it's a woman 36 years later that he never even met. Okay? And she's getting money, because Anita Hill did not have a GoFundMe page with $800,000 in it. Okay? Anita Hill did not give an award to a sex abuse victim who decided to throw a career or reputation away. Anita Hill did not get an award from ACLU. So what's happening now, right now, this minute, the next girl is watching this. Okay? Right now, there is some girl out there who was watching Christine Blasey Ford. And 20 years from now, that girl is going to realize, that guy that I work with, he's now being considered for the Supreme Court. That guy that I went to high school with and he turned me down for a date, he's now running for mayor. That guy that went out with my best friend instead of me, okay, he's now running for senator. And that girl is going to come forward and she's going to tell a really nasty lie. And like the Anita Hill situation, you go from Anita Hill to Blasey Ford. And the Blasey Ford thing made Anita Hill look like the fucking Care Bears, okay? It was a million times worse. Primarily because of social media that didn't exist in 91. And primarily because of the 24-hour news cycle, okay? But it got worse, okay? Justice Thomas didn't experience a fraction of what Justice Kavanaugh experienced. It wasn't even close. Okay, it was devastating, but compared to Justice Kavanaugh, okay, it was like being whipped versus being electrocuted. Okay, it was just devastating. And this woman who's watching Blasey Ford now, she will realize, maybe she doesn't realize it today. Maybe she'll realize it 20 years from now when she looks back on this moment. But she'll say, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And I can get away with it. Because Blasey Ford was caught lying. See, Anita Hill, it's he said, she said. And most people believe him. Blasey Ford, we know she lied. Because she was caught. But not only was she caught lying, she was caught lying several times. And even after being caught lying, she is still celebrated as a hero. And at least in Anita Hill's case, she knew Clarence Thomas because she worked with him. Blasey Ford's case, they never even met. And they proved that they never even met. So the woman who's watching now, or the girl who's watching now, 20 years from now, when she looks back on this moment, she's going to say, I can go back 36 years. I can go back 45 years. I can go back 50 years. I can go back before I was born. I could say that guy raped my mom when I was in her womb. I mean, that's how far back they can go now. And look at the reward. $800,000 GoFundMe money, or $1 million, money under the table. I get to have a nice award to put on my shelf. I get to give awards out. Okay. Very dangerous time we're in, my friends. Very dangerous. Beware. Thank you.